All right, so let's talk about the performances of our Super Eagles players in the UEFA Champions League. These are matches that took place yesterday and on Tuesday. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. So yeah, we're going to start with Samuel Chukwueze of AC Milan. AC Milan took on Dortmund on Tuesday. Match ended 3-1 in favor of Dortmund. Not the best result for AC Milan. It definitely wasn't a must-win type situation, but it was close, and they came up short in the end. Samuel Chukwueze, on the other hand, had a great match in my opinion. He played 77 minutes of the game. They had 51 touches of the ball, completed 19 passes out of the 22 he attempted for 86%. Had 2 key passes out of those 19. One really should have been a goal, but the goalkeeper came off with a good save. He was really good all day. Sedani had 4 completed dribbles out of the 8 he attempted, took 4 shots, 1 was on target, the goal that he scored on the day, and that kind of took a nick and went past the goalkeeper, but he was brilliant to get to that point, got past 2 players with a drop of the shoulder, smacks it with the favorite left, and the goalkeeper stood no chance, even though that little deflection did happen. Also had 1 shot which was off target and 2 which were blocked. I believe one that was blocked resulted in a penalty, and that was in the first half. It was missed by Olivier Giroud. Then he had 2 tackles out of the 3 that he attempted that were completed. AC Milan currently 4th on the table, but they're kind of close. I mean, everybody is close from 2 to 4. So this next match against Newcastle is going to be a tough one, a deciding match right there. Samuel Chukwueze, probably his best performance since he arrived at AC Milan, and definitely at a time when a lot of criticism was coming his way, and for him to rise up like that just shows you the quality of the guy, man. I believe in this player, and I believe if they keep on giving him chances, if they keep on playing him and treating him like a key player, he's always going to deliver, because this is a real talented player right here. I mean, the sauce is always going to come to the top. So I believe in Samuel Chukwueze, and hopefully it works out with him at AC Milan this season. They got a match during this weekend, not the best team, and I believe if they give him a chance in that match, probably allow him to play a 90-minute game, he's going to really shine, and that's just going to keep on building up, and all of a sudden the 20-25 million that was spent for him seems like chicken feed. But either way it goes, we move on. We got Zaidu, Sanusi, and Porto. Porto took on Barcelona, and Zaidu Sanusi made his return to the team. He played 90 minutes, and that was his first action since the 11th of November league match against Victoria SC. And yeah, he played 90 minutes in the game. They lost by 2-1 to Barcelona, and Zaidu had 50 touches of the ball, completed 21 out of the 27 passes he attempted for 78%, took a shot which was blocked, won 2 out of the 2 aerials he attempted for, then 1 out of the 2 tackles he went for was completed, and he also had 1 clearance and 2 interceptions in the game. So I felt like that was a good performance for Zaidu Sanusi, especially on his return. To play 90 minutes right away, that's something right there. And to also have a good performance like he did, that's also something. So like I said, Barcelona defeated Porto by 2-1, and Porto right now are 2nd on their table. Barcelona qualify into the next round. Porto is tied with Shakhtar. That's going to be a tough situation right there. Who's going to come out on top between Shakhtar and Porto, and they will be meeting in the final match of the group. That's going to be for all the marbles. Well, Porto can get a draw and still make it into the next round, but if they lose, that'll be a problem right there, because they're even on points. So obviously Shakhtar will be taking the day. So that's going to be a tough one right there coming up. And moving on, we go to the games that happened yesterday, Wednesday, and Victor Osimhen is where we start with. Victor Osimhen and Napoli making his return, continuing his return. He did return over the weekend, and this is his 2nd appearance since his return against Real Madrid. Did not start this game. It ended 4-2 in favor of Real Madrid, who in the end were the better side. Victor came into the game at the beginning of the second half, had a little kind of moment with Jude Bellingham when he came on the pitch, got a tap from Jude and he acknowledged it. I seen a report about it not too long ago, that's why I'm talking about it, but I don't think it was much in it. But about his performance, he had 13 touches of the ball, completed 8 out of the 9 passes that he attempted for 89%. 1 dribble out of the 1 he attempted. And speaking of attempts, not one single shot attempted in the 45 minutes that he was on the pitch. So that's definitely a problem right there. And he also had 2 clearances in the game. Now going back to the no shot attempts part, I feel like this is something that if you're the coach at Napoli, you need to work on. Because even in the first half when Giovanni Simeone played, I didn't feel like they were giving them the best service either. It's like either they're going to be passing the ball around in the midfield or they give it to somebody out wide to run at the defender. It's like they're not really trying to get the ball in there to the striker. They're not working on that. That being said, Napoli remains second on the table, and I believe the teams behind them had a draw. So they're in a good position to make it into the next round of the Champions League. So hopefully that goes right. And moving on, last but not least, we got Sadiq, Umar, and Real Sociedad. They took on RB Salzburg of Austria. The match ended 0-0. Sadiq Umar came in and played 10 minutes. He had 11 touches of the ball, completed 6 out of the 7 passes he attempted for 86%, and one of those was a key pass. Also, 2 dribbles completed out of the 2 he attempted, and he also took a shot which ended up being on target. So for me, it looks like Sadiq Umar is slowly getting back in it. He scored the wonder goal this past weekend, and I was kind of thinking that he was going to be starting this match or playing a little bit more than 10 minutes. But I guess the coach had other ideas. Then you look at Real Sociedad on the group table. They're at number 1 right now, but tied on points with Inter Milan. They were about to be past Inter Milan if Benfica didn't fumble a 3-0 lead. But now it's real close. They will be taking on Inter Milan in the final match of the group. So that's going to settle who's going to be first in the group at the end. So yeah, that's about it for the performances of our Super Eagles players in the Champions League. Please make sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.